Hello students, welcome to SRIRAM's IAS. Welcome to this current affair class for polity, which will be helping you in your upcoming prelims examination of 2025. Don't forget the date, 25th of May 2025. We are here with another topic. The topic for today will be foreign tribunals. We will understand what are these foreign tribunals. It has something to do with NRC, it has something to do with Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, and let's dive deep. It is going to be helpful for our prelims examination. I am Mayank Bharadwaj presenting this current affairs for polity. This is our class number 3rd. So, this is a news from Indian Express which tells about foreign tribunals. It has simply said that Assam government has requested the border police. Okay. So, now what border police was doing? Border police was giving the application of illegal migrants to foreign tribunals. Assam government has said that people who are belonging to 6 communities which is mentioned in CAA, could be Hindu, could be Christian, could be Sikh, Parsi, Buddhist and Jain, do not give their cases to foreign tribunal but encourage them to register under CAA or apply under CAA to get a fast track citizenship. Muslims are of course excluded from this. Now, in order to understand what is this foreign tribunal, we have to understand a little bit about NRC, National Register of Citizens. So, coming to the next slide, Assam government instructed states border police not to directly refer citizenship cases of these communities who entered India before, this is the cutoff date, before 31st of December 2014. Anybody who is entering India before this date, and if they belong to these religions, these communities, their cases must not be referred to the foreign tribunals. Instead, what will happen? They have to apply for citizenship under Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. I hope you understood this much information. Instead of the border police having been told to encourage them to apply citizenship under this CAA Act. Okay. Now, what is the reason for that? It ensures that eligible migrants under Constitutional Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, the persecuted communities from 3 different countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, will get fast track citizenship in India. The time limit which they have to spend, the time which they have to spend in India has also been reduced. The time of naturalization has also been reduced from 11 years to 5 years. And persecuted communities from these 3 countries have to be either Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi, Christian or Hindus. Okay, now let's move forward. So, a special register will be maintained for these particular communities belonging to these 3 countries who are considered as persecuted people, and if they want, if they desire, they can come up here in India and take citizenship as per the rules made by CAA 2019. Now, Citizenship Amendment Act and its role, simply it fast tracks the citizenship for these 6 communities from 3 countries. We have already understood this. Assam's unique citizenship process. Now, what is different in Assam? If you see, in 1964-65, too many people from Bangladesh have entered Assam, changing their demography, total demography. The Assamese started to become minority and the Bangladeshi Bengalis started to become majority. They may be from either of religion, Hindu or Christianity or other religion including Hinduism. Now, what happened after that was, in 1985, Assam Accord was signed. So, we will come to this when we study NRC. So, cutoff date here in CAA, as we have seen, is 31st of December 2014, but the cutoff date according to the Assam Accord is different. It is 24th of March of 1971. That simply means anybody who is entering India after this date, after the midnight of this date, and if they are illegally entering India, they will be deported back. This was the agreement between all Assam movement and the government of India at that point in time. Okay, the foreigner tribunals determine whether post 1971 migrants are foreigners or illegal immigrants. Coming to the next slide. So, we have to understand a little bit about what NRC is. So, this National Register for Citizens. This NRC contains a list of all the eligible citizens of India. All the eligible citizens of India. Now, how this is prepared? The first thing is this was prepared only once in India in 1951 after the census. After that, it has not been made. But in Assam, this is functional. Assam has this NRC which is in making. It started working under the monitoring eyes of Supreme Court in 2013 and completed the draft NRC, the final draft of NRC in 2019. We will come to that, but before that, this NRC contains the list of legal citizens of this country. Now, how to determine which citizen is a legal citizen? Okay, so NRC of 1951, whoever and whosoever's name is present in that NRC of 1951 will be automatically included in the NRC, the present NRC, which was constituted and monitored by Supreme Court in 2013 and worked till August of 2019. Okay, so people who were the part of 1951 NRC. Second, if before the date of 24th of March 1971, if a person is registered in electoral roll, any electoral roll, okay, it can be for the member of parliament election, it can be for MLA election or for panchayati election and municipality electoral roll, if your name is there, you will always be included in that list. These are called as legacy data. First one is the this legacy data. First one is the NRC of 1951 and the second one is the electoral roll. Then if somebody has admissible document, there is a list of admissible document. If it was issued to people before 24th of March 1971, they all will become the member. They will be included in the list of NRC which is made between 2013 and 2019. Now, a list was prepared, but what happened in 2019 was that about 1.9 million people, that simply means 19 lakh people could not make it to the list. Okay, they were excluded from the list, simply saying they were considered as illegal immigrants who have entered India after 24th of March 1971. Now, what will happen to these 1.9 lakh people? Some legal mechanism has to be given to them, and that legal mechanism is they can claim their citizenship. The authority to which they will go and file their case is foreign tribunals. Okay, and if they are not satisfied with the decision of foreign tribunals, they can always appeal in High Court and Supreme Court. So, this is the story of foreign tribunals. For that, we have to understand what was NRC, what has happened in the past, and how CAA plays its role. Now, coming to the next slide. So, why it started? We have seen that Assam Accord of 1985, according to the people entering after 24th of March 1971 are to be deported. Now, if you are deporting some people, first thing is you should know who are these people, and for that a list has to be produced, a list has to be made, and it was the job of NRC to make this list, and it has made this list and kept 1.9 million people, 19 lakh people out of that list. Why is it controversial? NRC has always been seen by critical eyes. Why? Because there are several reasons behind it. One of the reason is exclusion of genuine citizen. if you see 1.9 million people here, not all of them will be genuinely, immigrants. Many of them would be genuine citizens also. Not all of them would be illegal immigrants. And that is the reason why this has been criticized, because out of 1.9 million people, there are many who were not registered in the 1951 NRC. Their name was not there in the electoral roll, and along with it, they did not have any document, because it was very tough. People are living, people are doing their work, people have been involved in their daily task, and it becomes very tough to hold these documents, get registered and everything. So people who are genuinely citizen of India, they are also included in this 1.9 million people. This is how the critics criticize the NRC. Okay. Then communal discrimination, because majority of the people here are Muslims. Okay. So it has been criticized for helping the other communities, especially after coming of the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, that NRC is helping or discriminating against Muslims. Okay, so there is a sort of communal discrimination involved here. Cost and time. This is a heavy process. See, it was constituted in 2013 and still it is going on. It although submitted its report in 2019, constituted in 13, submitted report in 2019, but still Supreme Court has requested the NRC, the Registrar General of India, to look after the claims of these people who have been kept out of the list. So it's a very heavy process. Around 50,000 the workers of Assam government were involved in making this NRC. So cost is involved, time delays are involved. This is another criticism. Lack of proper documentation. Does not hold proper documentation. If you start to dive deep and see, there will be many mistakes which you will find in NRC. Sometimes favoritism also plays its role. Fate of the excluded people is in dismay. That simply means 1.9 million people who have been kept outside the list. What will they do? There is no proper mechanism. Although they can go to the foreign tribunals, but there is a criticism that, and one more point, that they have not been thrown away from the country or deported immediately to Bangladesh after their name was not there. So a legal procedure is followed, but there is a criticism that their future is in dismay. Let's come to the next slide. So foreign tribunals, now we are going to understand what is the constitution of these foreign tribunals, what is the role it is playing. So we have understood that all those people who are not included in the NRC, National Register for Citizens, can go and claim their citizenship. They have to go somewhere. So first authority is this foreign tribunal. They go to the foreign tribunal. If not satisfied by the result, they move to High Court and then to Supreme Court. So it's a quasi-judicial body. It's a quasi-judicial body which decides the citizenship status of foreigners. So it was formed under Foreigners Act of 1946. Article 246, you must have heard about Article 246. Lists are there, 7 Schedule 3 lists are there. In that, if you see, citizenship is the matter of the union. So all the expenses are provided by the central government for preparation of this NRC. Current status, what is the current status? Primarily applicable in Assam. Okay, foreign tribunals, due to citizenship verification under NRC. They are also running in other parts of the country, but as they are running in Assam, that is unimaginable. You know, the kind of work they are doing in Assam, it is unimaginable, and because of the sensitive situation of citizenship there in Assam. There are around 100 foreign tribunals operating in Assam, okay, where people can go and claim their citizenship. There is a little data which says that since 1966 there are over 1.59 lakh people who have been declared foreigners. So we don't have some kind of a treaty with Bangladesh where we can easily deport these people. So we need that treaty also, and changes which have been seen in Bangladesh. Recent Sheikh Hasina government has been thrown up, and the new government, which is not as friendly to Indians as it should be, because of, because we are the neighboring countries. So that is creating one of a bigger problem. There is no deal where India can send or deport the foreign illegal immigrants to Bangladesh. Coming to next slide, let's see what's there for us. Composition. So how this foreign tribunal is composed? It is headed by judges, advocates and civil servant who are having judicial experience. It's an important point. So judges, advocates and civil servants are the members or the head of NRC in Assam. Functions: it decides the cases of suspected foreigners referred by the local authority. It can be constituted under DM, directly under the district magistrate, and those local authority which put cases in front of it related to the foreign national, the foreign tribunal solve those matter, adjudicate on those matter, becomes a judge on those matters. It's applicable nationwide but mainly operating in Assam. This is very important to understand. They can ask you NRC and foreign tribunals are only applicable to Assam. This is wrong. It is applicable to whole of Indian territory. You must remember this. Determines citizenship status under NRC verification process. So if you have to make to the list of NRC, either you have to be there in 1951 NRC list, or you should have some sort of documentation, or else you should be present in the list of any of the electoral roll. Those are called as the legacy data, and still if you do not have any of these, you will be excluded from the list, but you will be given a chance, you will be given a sort of legal safeguard to go and apply your case to the foreign tribunal. Sometimes people can go and apply, many of the times the government applies so that they can deport the illegal immigrant which they have pointed out. Powers and procedures of foreign tribunal. Power is similar to the civil court. Okay, this acts just like civil court. We have seen it's a quasi judicial body, although civil court is a judicial body, but here the powers which are exercised or enjoyed by the foreign tribunal is just like the civil courts in India. It can summon witness, it can examine documents and evidences, and notice has to be served within 10 days. That simply means a notice must be given to a particular person whose case comes into the foreign tribunal, and the notice has to be given within 10 days from the making of the application inside the tribunal. So another 10 days is given, extended period to submit proof. It disposes of the case. So it has this legal binding of disposing of the case in 60 days. This is a very important information. So if somebody is found as a foreigner, what will happen? If they investigate, if they inquire, if they summon witness, they examine document and evidence, and they reach a conclusion that Mr. A is a foreign illegal migrant, not the citizen of India, what Mr. A is going to do now? So the foreign tribunals they send such people who cannot make to the list and whose case they have lost the case, they send them to detention center for deportation. So the Ministry of Home Affairs empowers the district magistrate to establish foreign tribunal. This is very important. We have already seen in list number 1, Article 246, citizenship is included in the union list, and that is the reason why powers, responsibility, authority and cost, everything is beared by the central government. Ministry of Home Affairs of the Government of India empowers district magistrate to establish foreign tribunal. So this was it. This was our discussion on foreign tribunals. You must remember that foreign tribunals, if you have to understand anything about foreign tribunals, you must understand the basics of what National Register for Citizenship is. You have to understand what Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 is saying, and then only there is a little meaning in understanding what does this actually means, why foreign tribunals are coming up, are getting established and are running in numbers more than 100 in Assam. Thank you very much for joining me. We are going to come again with the next topic of current affairs in the next class. Jai Hind.